Hello, my name is Hisui Sugiyama, and today I'm going to talk about the teenage obesity in Australia, a growing social problem. We all look at the issue using the system thinking approach, which means understanding how different levels, upstream, midstream, and downstream, all work together to shape that complex challenge. So let's start with why teenager obesity is a real problem. In Australia, 1 in 4 children aged like 5 to 17 years old is overweight. Obesity is not just about the looks, it leads to serious health problems. Teenagers today are also struggling with the mental health because of the body image, bullying, and low confidence. Obesity also costs our health system a lot of money every year. That's why we need to do something, not just for now, but for their future. Let's look at the data. This is the data about the teenage obesity and overweight rates in Australia. This is the trend in overweight or obese children. Those are some numbers to show how serious this is. For example, 25% of the Aussie kids are overweight or obese. Only 7% of the teenage eat enough vegetables. 70% eat too many unhealthy snacks. This tells us that many teenagers are not eating well and we need to understand why. To solve this big problem like this, we need to look at it from all sides. So, we use a model called system thinking. It looks like a full picture, not just a one part. This including upstream, which is the big rule and the politics from the government and companies, the midstream, which is the school and the communities, and downstream, which is the personal choices and the daily habits. So we look at the top level, which is the upstream causes. At the upstream level, there are system-wide influence. First, urban planning. So some suburbs have not a safety paths or parks or bike lines. That means the fewer chance for teenagers to walk or play outside. Second, the media and the marketing. Teens see the junk food advertisement everywhere on YouTube, TikTok, and TV. These advertisements work. They make the unhealthy food look like fun and cool. The third is about the income inequality. Healthier food is often more expensive than the unhealthy food. Some low-income families live in the food deserts with the few healthy options nearby. The last is the policy gaps. Unlike the country like the UK or Chile, Australia doesn't have a really strong law to protect teens from the junk food marketing. School food rules also change from the state to state. Okay, next is about the midstream level. We look at the social environment around the teenagers. So first, the family habit play a big role. If the parents eat unhealthy or doesn't do much exercise, teenager will like to follow. School also is a matter. Some school canteens still sell the sugary drinks or unhealthy snacks. PE classes may not short or low quality. Friends and peer influence body image and the food choices. Some teens avoid the sports because they feel like being judged and bullied. In some areas, teens don't have some place feel safety to play or they can't afford the sports clubs. This limited the physical activity and healthy habits. Then now we are looking at the individual level factors. Many teenagers skip the breakfast or eat lots of the junk food and sugary drinks. Screen time is really high. More time on phones or games means less movement. They don't do the exercise. Obesity is linked with a low self-esteem, anxiety, and depression. It also causes the social isolation. Health problems including the asthma, sleep issue, and even early signs of the heart disease Many teenagers who are obese stay obese as adults. Okay, this is an example. It's about the Macca's and other Happy Meal strategy. Macca's doesn't just only sell the food, it sells fun as well. The Happy Meal comes in a colorful box with a small toy and often links to the movie, games, and cartoons. For example, they partner with the Minions, Mario, Frozen, and even the Pokemon. These are super popular for the kids and teens. Even if the meal including some healthy option like apple slice or low-fat milks, most kids still go for a burgers, fries, and soft drinks. The healthy parts are often ignored. So this is called the pizza power when kids persuade parents to buy something just because of the toy or packaging. It's not about the hunger. It's about the branding and emotional appearance. So what is the problem is these meals are very cheap, they are everywhere, and they are really fun. So the creates a strong connection between the fast food and happiness, especially in young people's minds. It builds up brand loyalty at a very low age. So even if the food is unhealthy, the kids doesn't care because they're excited about the toys and the characters. Okay, this is the other example about the Krispy Kreme and how they use the pop culture and pricing to attract the teens. So now, Krispy Kreme doing a special campaign with the Harry Potter. They released the donuts decoration like a Hogwarts house and plus the collectible boxes. They are visually stunning and share all over the Instagram and TikToks and sell in the box that make them feel really magical gifts. This was very attractive to teens and young adults who grow up with Harry Potter. It wasn't just about the taste, it's also about the identity and the fandom and the collectability. This is called the brand storytelling when a company link the product to the emotion and cultures. Even though donuts are full of the sugar and fat, the campaign made them look really fancy, cool, and magical. Okay, now we add the pricing point. So the Krispy Kreme often runs a deal like 4 original donuts for $5. This is only 1.25 per donut, much cheaper than a healthy salad or sandwich at a coffee. For teenage on the budget, say after school or during the lunch break, this is a very appealing deal. So fast food become a cheaper and easier than a healthy option. So we have two problems, which is the cultural attraction. Teens buy a donuts because of the fandom and marketing. The other is the economic pressure. So teens buy a donuts because they are cheap and filling. Together, this creates a food environment where unhealthy choice wins. Not because people are lazy, but because they are influenced emotionally and financially. Okay, now let's look about the government response. The Healthy School Canteens policy tells the school to sell more green food and fewer red one. But the policy isn't always followed. Low-income schools may not have a staff to the kitchen to make a healthy meal. Also, students are rarely asked what they want to eat. So, and the culture foods are often missing. So, even a good policy can fail if it's not a done properly. The Health Star rating system is meant to help people choose the healthy packaged food, but not all the products use it, especially junk food brands. Some foods get a high rating even when they are full of the sugar and salt because of they are formula and is unclear. Also, not all teenagers understand what the star means. So it's a good idea, but it's need to improve. So what we can do at the upstream level, ban toy giveaways in the fast food, make all food companies use a healthy star rating, limited the junk food advertisement during the teens like YouTube and TikTok contents. These change solve the problem at the sources. At the midstream level, give more money to school canteens so they can offer healthy food. Ask students what they want to eat, including foods from the different cultures. This helps the teens feel including and more willing to eat at the school. So at the last downstream level, create a fun social media campaign that promote the more healthy eating. Use teenager influencer to make a veggies and fruits are really cool, and give a really good discount or points when people buy a healthy food. This make the healthy choices easier and more exciting. Okay, I'm finished my presentation and this is all the reference list. And thanks for listening.